I'm going to go ahead and get started because it's 2 minutes after. A lot of people asked me to record it, so I'm going to go ahead and record it as well. Let's go first to what we do and get started with that. So we are Enterprise Chai, and some people who have joined us are existing customers. Some people are exploring our tool right now. So typically what Enterprise Chai really does is, you do this all kinds of account research and create your account briefs, and you do a whole bunch of research, and then you go into the call and you're still guessing if that's what they really want from you, right? So one is, of course, the cold outreach bit. Then the next step is actually going into the meeting and figuring out that what you're pitching is not what they need. So I'd like to go over what we do. So first, wanted to show you our page. We're still evolving our brand, just to be very clear. So our brand is Enterprise Chai, as you see on the top, but our product name is Loopex. And if you go into products, you should be able to see Loopex there. And Loopex pricing plans are as you see here. So it's $0 for 3 runs a month. It's really $0 forever. So if you just want to do 3 times, you can go every month and do 3 times, right? And we offer a monthly plan, which is $29.99. It works very well for solopreneurs. We also have like 2 to 3 people team. We also have an yearly plan, which is $239.88. But actually, to be honest with you, there are a couple of customers who reached out to us, potential customers who wanted special pricing to make 150 runs a day. And we are coming up with that special pricing. It's going to be in the $500 range, but we've still not completely identified that price yet. So like everything else, we are a startup, so please bear with us while we scale and get our footing and bearing. All right, let's jump right into it. So you just log in as usual. You log in with your email, and you get 2-factor authentication. Okay, so you log in to Loopex with your email and just 2-factor authentication. And all we need is the target company you're targeting, their domain, which is whatever, cisco.com, gong.io, for example, or whatever the case may be. So just for everyone's benefit, we also have a separate service, which is we charge the customer some amount of money, and we run these runs for them and share our final assessment with them. So one of our companies that I'm helping out is called Sakura. So if you look at this one, the company that I'm running this thing for is called sakurastudio.com. They're a UI design company and UX company. Again, they come in the mid-tier range, which is like, it's a 3-people company. They have a user experience and research arm. They have an actual design arm, and they also have a marketing arm. So I'm running this for them, for example, right? So all I went in, and I should show you that. Okay, let's go back and see it. So all I did was I entered Sakura Studio here, right? I entered Included Health. That's one of their target companies. So here's where the question comes up usually: do you generate the initial target list? And we feel like the initial target list generation is very commoditized. Many people do it, including Clay and Apollo and many other people. So, and even Claude can do it for you right now. So one of the things we are experimenting with is that we can go to Claude and kind of generate that list for you if we're providing ourselves as a service. But regardless, assume that you have a list of 150, 200, 300 people. So you can come in, you can put in their website, and you can start discovery. When you click on Start Discovery, one more thing I should mention, you can use your existing product context. So the biggest differentiator about Loopex is that it takes what you're selling in context to providing all other information. So your product, your services, your expertise is what it takes into account. So we do have a solopreneur, for example, who's a communications coach, right? So she provided her URL, but after she logged in, she could also provide, for example, her resume, which she ended up doing, right? So that's the kind of difference Loopex brings to your research model. Okay, so you put in the company website, your company website, and again, I'm calling it product saved context. And here's the reason why also. I know it's kind of confusing. You can either use your company, or like I said, there's a marketing agency, 2 marketing agencies that we are working with. For that marketing agencies, they're an agency. They're connecting a different customer and a different client all the time. So which is why they can create multiple company product contexts and then go from there, right? All right, so that's where we're at right now. So let me go over what I just ran this morning. As you can tell, it's not a canned thing. I just ran it this morning. So the way it came back for Included Health for Circora Studio, which is a UX design company, it came out as warm, and I'll explain why it has come out as warm. Right. So number one, based on the MedPick framework, based on any sales framework, right? You have to start from a pain analysis. You have to start from analysis of pain, which means that that company that you're trying to sell to truly is in pain about this particular thing that you're offering. That is grounded in any future metrics or any future things that you would do, right? So we start out with that, and that's our big differentiator as well. We have a patent filed for that as to how we qualify and quantify pain of the customer or what they're facing in with respect to what you're selling, right? So because we have stated pain and because we have a huge product fit against that stated pain, you see both of them are green, right? So if you see here, they have persistent challenges with digital product design. It's validated. There's a press release around it. Why they would do a press release around it, I don't know, but they genuinely have that pain. Okay, so we found that for you. Now, secondly, but if they do have a state of pain, the next question really is, okay, who am I reaching out to? Like, who are these people? Why, what should I tell them, right? So what we're going to do is now run the ICP analysis. And this is something that our customers have loved. So one of the things that comes up again and again is, wow, I didn't know that this person could be my ICP, right? Like you think there's someone who's your ICP, but then you don't have the full breadth of who might the other people be based on what product or service that you're selling. And while it's running that, we can look at how we created that product context. So there's product info, right? It's completed the ICP. Let's look at the product info. So remember how I was mentioning earlier, you can update your product context. So as a startup, I have this all the time, right? I feel like, okay, my services have changed. I've included a new product. I've included a new feature set. I want to upload that feature set. So you can upload anything you like here to refresh your product context. And then it's an evolving, continuously evolving, adaptive product context. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the ICP. So we have certain buyer personas that are aligned with what you're selling, right? We have a certain technography that they already have. They have Figma, Amplitude, Jira, and you can pretty much say they're using Figma a lot. Obviously, they're a design UX research. They're using that for UX research tool, but clearly they're not happy. So how can I position it better, right? Same thing with the pain identification. So we have Kim, Cullen, Emily, Chloe. We have their LinkedIn and we have their emails already. Third priority means that they truly will respond to you. And to be very honest with you, I have run it for my own companies. And I think I posted it on LinkedIn also, the people that I am targeting, because we're targeting actually mid-sized businesses, small and mid-sized businesses. And what I found is out of the initial list of 25 that I had, because I was trying to go like really hyper-focused, I sent 20, I ran it through my tool, this one, Loopex, and what I got was like a cold, warm, cold output out of the 25, and the real warm and hot ones were only 10. And I've written about it pretty heavily, like on LinkedIn, that out of the 10 people that I reached out to, I got 6 demo requests, which means a 60%, usually 1%. So I'm pretty confident that what we have, the pain that we identify here is 96 to 100% accurate for the most part. There are some edge cases, we are still trying to fix it, but that's what we have found. So as you see, you find the people who actually identify with that pain that they have, right? And then you have your champions, you have your decision criteria, etc. So now find the ICP, you can also go to metrics, because that actually tells you if they have the propensity to pay. So I'm going to run the metrics analysis, right? And that'll tell you like, what is their focus looking like? What do they say? What do they feel? How driven are they to make a purchase similar to this, right? So that's what the metrics tool will do. Now, the overall score is still correct, which is a warm lead, because you have not reached out to this customer, right? Once we run that, I'll show you the second big differentiator that we have. While we are going through that, let me also explain the export session state. This export session state is if by any chance, like you're in an unstable internet connection, etc., you can export that session state. Even if like you've lost the internet, you can export that session state. It is going to download it to your local machine in the folder called Enterprise Child Loopx. And when you come back in, you can actually import that session state again and start from where you left off. That's number one, because we do have persistent states too. As you saw, I had persistent states on the right-hand side. But if you're in an unstable internet connection, and I'll explain why we have that, because some of our customers have expressed interest from like Thailand, Indonesia, because a lot of the marketing agencies run from there. So they wanted that export session state included. One more item that I wanted to mention is if you see that what we've detected is incorrect, you can definitely go into the left-hand side and say, I want to change this about my product context, and it is going to update it. So like I said, again, it's an evolving, continuously evolving, adaptive process. And see how it says, would you like me to begin outreach? So we'll go there. I'll start, like I'll say, create like the 3-step drip campaign, and you'll see. All right, we've completed the metric analysis, right? So let's go to the metrics and let's go to the recommendations. So their platform downtime is estimated to be like 450 to 474. They have operational inefficiency. They have a lot of churn, productivity waste, etc. And the recommendations are, pitch the actual platform downtime and, against the industry benchmarks, and actually suggests the exact questions to ask when you get into the call with them. Okay. All right. So let's look at this one. It's super simple. I'm just going to say, hey, help me craft an outreach plan to Kim Cullen, right? Craft a drip outreach email to Kim Cullen. That's simple, that a lot of platforms offer. But what it happens is whatever you've done, it kind of goes into that session state. So you will know that you have detected something, you have sent emails out, and you have crafted at least an email, and then you can say, well, I already sent this email out, and then it's going to update it. So it's like a continuous evolving account brief. So here's the other piece that people love about this tool, which is you can export that email that report to yourself. You can attach it to your CRM. You can actually hand it off to, let's say, another account executive gets assigned to this. And maybe you have a bigger company and another account executive gets assigned to it. You can hand this report to tell them exactly where you left off. You had sent an email, you have gotten a response back. So this is like a continuous activity mode. Oh, okay. So before I draft the email, I want to make an effective strategy. We're missing a direct company specific urgency. See how it says that? So it's like, it's incorrect because we do have that urgency created already. So we're going to fix that bug. So yeah, so use current insights. We changed something in the ICB detection. So due to a deprecated API call. So, okay, use current insight to draft this email, please. Okay, there you go. It has drafted that email, and I can say, well, now I sent it, and it's going to update that, right? Follow up, you have like a follow-up sequence. You can tell the priority, whatever is requested. So I can tell you that this kind of email that I had sent to other people that I had reached out to for Enterprise Shy, that was the one that got 60% return rate. So don't waste time on stuff that's not going to work out, right? Out of the 25 or 50, if only 10 are the real, might as well go after 10 and close on the 6. That's what we did. And that's what I can tell you that Enterprise Shy will give you. I'm going to also show you one last thing before I pause. I can say, like with the ICP, I can say, hey, Kim is not the right person. Actually, Steven is the right person. He's going to be the champion. Or let's see which of the other one I can say. There's no VP of director, is there? I don't want to mess up her run. Reached Kim, and she has agreed to meet with me on, let's say April 1st, like week of June 1st. Okay, so check this out. This is another differentiator. We also have a patent for that. Most LLMs don't actually do, if you have something that's contradictory to a third party signal or contradictory to what we have so far, and we are adding on additional information or contradicting something, it'll automatically allow you to review the findings. So it'll make sure that you have, okay, Kim we've already talked to her, we have that, we can apply these findings, and it becomes an adaptive account. I don't want to call it an account brief. It's actually an account research report. So it's going to merge the findings into the research, and it's going to show up on the right-hand side that you actually talk to them, etc. So see how the ICP analysis now is updated. This is the fact merge that we call, and we have a patent pending for that.
I'm amazed at what it does. I really am, because it just seems like you've covered, I think, almost every single way you could reach out and then follow up, and just, the fact that you can even tell it, I already did. I don't have any questions. I just have to find all of the time to get to all of these people to use it. That's the thing now. Now I'm getting all these names, and
Right.
if you can make some more time in the day, that'd be good.
Yeah, actually, yes. So what we are building, and Jane is one of our customers, so welcome. Thank you so much for saying that. So one of the things we are actively working on is actually generating that initial lead list, like Jane mentioned, and then run it automatically in the background. So have a background job that runs per one by one, and then sends the email report back to her or other people. So a couple of people have asked us that. It's not just Jane, like many people have asked us that. So we are building that right now. It's going to take some time because it requires a pretty big change in the architecture, but we are on our way, and we're going to build it before in June for sure. We're going to build that. So then the flow would look like upload my initial lead list, and then the research just happens in the background, and you can't really use it while ad hoc during that time. We may even do that. I'm not sure, but you can start it at night, and that's actually the other thing that the marketing agencies asked us for, because they want to run 150 accounts per day. They want to start it in the night. When they come back in the morning, they want to start reaching out to people. So that's what they wanted. So we are definitely building that. So